The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning. Let's have some fun. Now, you. Amazing. You got your tablet and pen ready to go? Do you? You see, everything I say, I want you to do. I want you to get past go, and I want to get to the first million, then maybe billion if you allow me to. Okay? Now, how can I say it? Simple. I did it. Why didn't you? I don't understand. This is the United States of America Incorporated, the land of opportunity. But let's repackage you today. I'm the godfather of credit named Ray Reynolds. That's me. I like Lamborghinis and billion-dollar buildings. I like all kinds of goodies I obtained. No pictures, no recording. What you got to do is put it here, here. Habit forming. So let's understand a couple things. All right, you have the ability to listen and learn. Why don't you spend the whole day with me tomorrow? Spend the day with Ray. Wouldn't that be fun? You see, everything I want you to do is I want to repackage your life. I want to start from A to Z. I want to do that blueprint call with you and tear you apart a little bit. Now, we all got a story to tell. Nobody cares. At least I don't think so in most cases. Someone asked me how it's going. Always good. Always good. See, I got to get that mindset. I'm always positive, ready to go. See, I was born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. She didn't want me. I got to be with Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell. Your journey today begins with me. The feeling sorry for yourself, that's 3 seconds or less for me. I'll give you 3 minutes. Now we're going to play. Now you need to start looking behind the curtain. I think the biggest problem is you followed your friends and family how to start credit and certain things you did. I'm going to correct all the stupidness, okay? Stupidity. I mean, I'm going to correct what you didn't know since day one, and we got to teach the next generation to do it so they make the same mistakes you do. So I want you to start looking behind the curtain. Now, I also want you to not hear the word no. No never means no. It means I don't know how. Now, let's understand. You're going to have to get to know me and build a relationship with me. It's okay. You see, I have total recall in most things, and I got an IQ at 203. But I write with both hands, 2 different things at the same time, and have a conversation. See, in the 6th grade, they said I was retarded. All right, the reality is they didn't like someone who wrote in all that way. See, I'm kind of weird, and I just thought they were stupid. But guess what? Can you get out your personal credit cards right now, your personal wallet right now? Write down the procedure of putting a sticky in every card. That's right. You're going to dummy size this. We're going to make sure you get a 750 the rest of your life. You put the limit on the card. You maintain 25%. You don't go past 29% ever. I drew this years ago for TRW when I was basically training Ken Yarborough. You see, every time you jack up a card, you drop the score. It sucks. You can't get any more, and you can't ride out diddly squat. I call that stupid. See, there's no reason you had to do it in the first place. This actually gives you these 2 cards, 71,000 of safety. So let's understand today. I want you to learn my rules and tools so you can maintain a 750 forever. Got it? Forever. You got that so far? Now, TRW, the report's wrong. Thomas Raymond Woolridge made bicycle parts, then got information business. And they were bought out by Aspiring in 96. I actually basically trained their controller, their security chief. His name was Ken Yarborough. All right, that's the way it worked. So I drew a kind of map like this. See, you keep doing this bit. It's like the Macarena. You have to understand something today. The goal is very simple. Is good, fair, or hell no? And what happens is you have two cars in the United States of America. They don't fluctuate your credit at all. So it never drops. You can max them up to $1 million as long as you maintain a payment. So you're going to learn my rules and tools and never screw up again. Got it? And maintain a 750 score. Now, understand coaching, all right, credit increase program. I have certain programs, and I have right now about 18 different classes I get to play with. Now, here's about basically coaching and increasing program. So I've got her to maintain her 750 and above. Got it so far? The next thing is we want to increase limits on cards because everyone should have a $10,000 card, easier to manage anyway. So here's what happened this morning. She sent it over here. And I always tell people the truth. That's me. So again, Discovery has increased to 25,500. Amazon Chase is 9,800 now, almost to the 10,000. She's not going to be in my classes tomorrow because she's got church. There's a conference for the ladies at the church. Okay. And she wanted me to let me know. God rest her soul. I'm going to have fun. Now understand the update. All right. I have only 6 left in my coaching program for this time. Now, this year and next year. From there, I'm sold out. So let's teach this to the kids in school. You see, the problem we don't want them to do is make the same stupid mistakes you made. And that's unfortunately you did it too. No one taught you how to play. It took you 3 years to put your credit file together the right way. Now, so it's still wrong. We're going to get ways to do it right, okay? So if we teach the kids in the next high school and college, all right, what needs to be done in rules and tools, and we give them a map, and they follow along, they won't screw up like you. Will that be okay to do? Now, let's focus on Chapter 18. You got it right here? Here's Chapter 18. Now, let's understand. Born in a taxi, used and abused by Mrs. Hope, basically Mrs. Hope, they have a poker game every Wednesday night. All these rich and famous people going blah, blah, blah. One of them said a corporation's a legal person. It's right there, Chapter 18. All right, I was 7.5. I wrote it down. They told me it was weird, probably true. And then from there, I didn't pay attention where it says may sue or be sued, which I don't think you did that too. So what did I do? I went to the Torrance Police Department. Next door is the library. I walked in and said, man, what does this mean? She was rude. She walked away. Wow. She came back 10 minutes later going, here's a mock of his, here's a book. She was a bit, I read the book. Your problem, you keep reading the book. Good luck. I made millionaire at 14.5. Why didn't you? 2.6 billion at 26. My wife calls this my hobby ever since then. So let's understand how to play. So I sent away $10 to the Secretary of State website, California. Do you have $10? Do you have $30? You see, a corporation for nonprofit was $10 back then. So I sent my $10. And then it came back. It's Helping Hand Industries. Then I got $100,000 of credit cards in the friggin' mail. Damn. See, people got credit cards in the mail in the 70s and 80s automatically. They didn't use their SSN. Bunch of idiots started to do that too. And then I got named in the movie Dave. So let's understand. I didn't realize when I used the word Braille, it belonged to the Braille Institution. So I got named in a lawsuit when I was 12.5 years old. I started the first Orange County Blind Center. All right, and then I got to go to court and tell them I didn't understand it at the time, but now I do. So the goal for you and me is never to bring the pain home. You see, it sucks if you do. Now, the next thing is the grown-ups kept saying, and I love this, don't put, you put all your eggs in one basket. What do you mean? So when I was a kid, I would grab magazines and ask people what the words meant. And then I basically learned to read at 2.5 years old. I memorized all the words. I'd memorized license plates and all kinds of crazy crap, signs on buildings and where to get somewhere. They got lost and I told them how to go there, and I'm a little kid. So guess what? I learned to read, but I didn't learn to spell. I had to figure that out too. Every time they kept saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. What does it mean? I asked the question. All I got is, I thought the grown-ups were just plain stupid. When I grew up, I realized they were stupid. Do you realize if you have a corporation today and they sue you and your family, and you brought the pain home, that's called silly and dumb. So let's understand, if you got an LLC today, guess what? You got a problem. Come January, the Treasury Department's looking for you. So let's play. Let's put your ducks in a row. That means a corporation with entities up to $1 million, because that's what I drew for them when I was a kid. I'll draw it for you too. Warning is simple. I'm honest and I'm blunt. I'm going to tell it like it is. If you follow stupid, you did stupid, but you're not stupid. But what you did was stupid. Got it? See, I'm sorry, but the reality is it's a mindset. You're not a million to billion because you chose not to. And half of you're friggin' lazy. The other half of it are a little crazy like me. You can't be lazy. So I'm the godfather of credit. I've built billions for people so far. I'll tell you what to do, and I'll treat you like you too. And then I'll make sure you don't bring the pain home. Is that okay? It's like your list. Here's your biggest problem. You woke up this morning, same stupid routine. I'm going to say stupid because you're only dragging, getting my coffee, whatever crap. Get up, I'm ready to go. I'm up at 2:25, ready to go. I drop to my knees. I say, thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I go take on the world. I look in the mirror. But I got a list. Where's your list? See, if you don't have a checklist, literally, you're not going to accomplish your goal. Your goal list, your checklist. You understand? If you're not checking some off the box every day, all right, good luck. You're going to have the same rerun the rest of your life. We're going to have a goal list, a daily list, weekly list, and then we need a project list. Got it? I hope you wrote it down. Now, I got this foolproof program that I created for me to get to billionaire at 26, and I follow through. So if you follow through, you can get there too, like rich and famous people. All right, did from there. How about Superman Gold's Gym? College professor, Bio University. Oh, homeless people feeling sorry for themselves like Glenn did for 3 years. You see, no, not acceptable. $1.6 million. All right, less than a year. Little Karen properties in Long Beach. 1.2 in 9 months. You want to get there? All you got to do is listen and pay attention. How about we help all the people coming out of prison? Freeway Ricky, Nicky Ross, gold and platinum cards. How about we take Thomas, which I did for after 26 years in prison, within 6 months, I rebuilt his life and got him his dump trucks with his corporation. Now he's making millions. Is that okay? Here's your problem. Your problem is you, okay? Let's understand something, all right? What you have to do is understand the mistake. The mistake is you didn't pay attention. You didn't look behind the curtain. You have an SS5 form. You did it at 14 to 16, don't even know you did it. Or mommy did it after 71 because Nixon took the gold standard out. That form creates the SSN for Social Security number and a 1040 tax return. You get one of those. This means we, the people, we get an SSN, all right, and that's what we get to do. And then I want you to compare it to the SS5, the SS4. Is that okay? We compare the two. Can you put your hands like this? Come on, nobody's watching you. Everybody's watching me. It's fun. See, here's the SSN. Tax, probate when you're dead. And the time of death is for the state and federal government, so nobody moves their stuff around. How's that? That's what it's for. So you get to live on the leftover. Good luck on that. The SS4 is no taxes due till you're profitable. Isn't that better? See, if you understand the rules and tools, you could actually play the game and win. Line 1 right there says legal name of entity or individual person like bank, grocery store, and city. So put your name right there. So SS5 equals SSN and 1040. The SS4 equals 1120, known as the tax return, known as the tax ID. Now let's pretend you're one of those crooks. You don't file your tax returns. Simple. Go to prison where you belong, like Wesley Snipes did. He listened to his stupid attorneys in Beverly Hills and CPAs, so dumb they kept taking his money, but he's the one who went to freaking prison for 3 years and $5 million of fine. And he listened to those idiots. There's a lot of stupid of them around. So if you're stupid and don't file your tax return, just go to prison. Because you can't play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. Now, if you listen under the 1244, all right, on the IRS.gov, you can file one tax return and not pay tax anyway. You could learn actually to play. See, the lack of knowledge is why people do stupid things. But again, the United States of America Incorporated. I mean, they made the Supreme Court had to make corporations a legal person. The United States of America Incorporated. They got 50 corps, named states, named cities, and then they invented Chapter 9 bankruptcy under the Federal Protection Act. They have bankrupt 11 cities in front of you while you sit there going, beep, 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 beep. That's it. And they didn't go out of business. They bankrupt the debt. See, you, as we the people, could do the same thing with no intent to do fraud to protect your family and stop bringing the damn pain home. Let's write down division of me. Line 1, the name of a person, corporate division or subsidiary. Build you a corporate millionaire. And that's the ultimate goal. Is it easy? No, it's a pain in the ass. But the reality is anything worth having is going to be work your tail off. Here's a $1 million Lamborghini. Here's the key. This Lamborghini, if you notice on the side of the doors, it's got my name all over it and everywhere you look. I obtained it $6,800 a month at the time when I got it. But the problem is if I buy it under me, not only can I have to afford it on my credit report, which I can, but the reality is if they take it away because I can't pay it, I'll have shitty credit. Well, that sucks. And then they'll report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. So then I'll have double shitty credit. Well, that sucks too. If I buy it through the corporation, I'm an officer. They see it on the Secretary of State's website, so they sue the corp. They still sue me. That sucks as well. Damn, how can I do this right? Easy. In 1985, I invented division process. You might want to pay attention. Your problem is you allow yourself to be one in a friggin' duck, and that sucks. This Lamborghini is bought as a division of a corporation. I showed you SSN, SS4. Remember that? I guaranteed under SS4. Simple. If something goes wrong, I'm going to do the 3-step. And I invented it for me. I had no idea I was going to teach people. I'm making my millions and billions. Why would I help people? God kept pushing me to do it. Okay, yes, Father. Yes, Father. So I did the 3-step. I can do what? No, write it down. I can basically disconnect, isolate, incorporate. See, I got a problem. I got my shopping centers. I got my basically, Sakey's pizzas, my 31 flavor ice creams, my Sam's and this and that, and all these pieces and Subways and everything going, and my apartment complexes and my different things and have fun making money. One shitty thing could tear it down. Because I invented this 3-step disconnect, isolate, incorporate, I put that sucker over here. I can separate the problem. You can't separate you because you be like immune one. That kind of sucks. Doesn't it suck when you bring the pain home, you stub your toe, and don't know how to play? We're going to teach you to play today. Now, if I can't save this piece within 6 months, under the Federal Protection Act, I get to bankrupt the hell out of it and throw the sucker away while I maintain everything else. So your banks and grocery stores and cities do right in front of you. When you sign a lease, it shouldn't be you. Why would you maybe be a duck and a sheep? What's wrong with you? Well, build every house you ever do. It's simple. Because you don't know who's going to slip and fall and screw you up. You got to protect your ass. The next thing is how you receive money. I know you get confused, all these ding-dongs. You need an LLC. I'm an attorney. This is how you get paid. I've never seen so many stupid people following TikTok about an LLC and LLP and blah, 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 blah. Stop the crap. IRS says one friggin' thing. How you receive the money. SS4, no taxes due to your profitable. I don't give a damn what type of corp you have. All right? Because I can basically repackage you and set up level 1. All right, come tomorrow morning. You want to play all day tomorrow? I think you should play with me all day tomorrow. So understand the next thing. I like the Fair Lending Act. So what do we get to do? It's pretty simple. We're going to take one card and we're going to look at the Fair Lending Act. It allows us to get 99 more. How the hell are you going to finance a business? Give me a break. You're going to win the lottery? You're going to get a raise? You're going to have to finance enough corporate credit, cash credit. Then you have to learn how to play the game. See, if I wrote you a check for $1 million today, you'd piss it away and screw it up. Because the first thing you think, owned by the house, the car. No. Leverage the crap out of it first. You see, Mary's got a problem. Not that she has a little lamb. The problem is Mary did what you do. Sorry, kind of stupid. See what Mary did? Ivy League education. She married her 3rd grade sweetheart. Oh, goody. They're both Ivy League, making $500,000 a year. And they got the house, the 2 kids, the dog, the cat, and the fish. The fish is going to eat the cat, and the cat eat the fish. Wow. She gave 10,000 to the attorney. Oh, goody. He looked at the lease. He looked at it. Okay, it's 10 years, 3-year options. Okay. And then he gives 5,000 to the CPA to look at the books. Wow. Then she uses 98,000 of her personal credit, and her score drops to shit from an 800. Calls him up. What did I do? What's her response? I don't know. It's not my field. Attorneys and CPAs, when it comes to being an entrepreneur, it's the stupidest thing they can think. They don't know how to think. If you're going to be an entrepreneur, you better understand. You're going to get your ass kicked 1,000 times. You're going to win 10. Mary's problem is the same problem you got. So let's understand. Mary filed bankruptcy on the restaurant. All right. Then they said, sign your lease for 10 years. They came after her personally. She filed bankruptcy personally, lost her home. Her husband divorced her 3 weeks later. Isn't that stupid? But understand something. If I get you to be a certified CFO, and you do it my way, not your way, because your way sucks, because you didn't get to million to billion like I did through corporate structure. So let's watch. That restaurant's a division. If it has a problem, we get to throw that piece away, protect all the other pieces in the corporation every day. And Mary don't have to bring the pain home like you did, but she did too. So let's stop bringing the pain home. Let's man up, woman up, learn how to play the game and to be a certified CFO. Would that be okay? Now understand, I want you to look at your corporation today on the Secretary of State's website. I want you to find your name. I want you to go, oh, it's mine. Good, you're a duck. You're a sheep. Sorry, because you're the incorporator, the officer too, and you probably used your home address. Do you realize that was the stupidest thing you could ever have done? You added yourself to the national mailing list and the robocall list. You did it to yourself. But when I was a kid, they said, put your ducks in a row. I drew a corporation and entities. They went, wow, where'd that come from? See, right now, when they sue the corp, they sue you, and that sucks. You're a line of defense. You don't have one. I want you to have a line of defense. I want you to have a division. If you had to get rid of the piece, you're willing to get rid of the piece, not the corp and not your family. So let's look at for me. $100 million building, South Cook Plaza Mall across the street. $1 million Lamborghini, $5 million mansion, and $1 million race boat. I obtained them. Why the heck didn't you? Are these turned up yet? See, until you get to 5 million, all right, you don't buy Lamborghinis and Ferraris, okay? But I like to make you a corporate millionaire. Is that okay? If I repackage you my way? I add it to my credit system, show you how I got that $5 million mansion too. What's your goal today? Did you know you have 46 days of this year left? You have 46 working days to get off your ass and get your corps set up, your division set up. You're running out of friggin' time. And the problem is I don't control time, neither do you. Here's your life. You're getting older, slower. You're not as pretty as you used to be. It's just the truth. All right, you got to understand the truth. I've been helping people for 45 years in person or online, having fun, as my wife calls it, my hobby. So I'm taking 30 of my clients in my coaching program. I want to put them on the live radio TV show next year because I'm teaching them how to get residual income too. I want to show them the world what they can do. See, Oprah's team said I'd be on her last show. They lied. Flippity dippity doos. All those people want to do flippity dippity doos in real estate. I was 17 and a half. I had 19 properties. They wouldn't give me number 20 because I'm a loan to value problem. I transferred them to my divisions. I freed up the problem. But I realized by the time I was 21, it was a pain in the ass hat. Dealing with the loan brokers, the buyers, the liars, the contractors, the subcontractors coming from Home Depot, lien releases, mechanics liens, all that crap for $50,000. Are you kidding me? At 21, I decided to do something else. I decided to become the bank. Would you like to get my copy of my book, How to Become the Bank? You see, what did I do? I dissected pieces of property, a complex into deeds. And then I basically did assignment of mortgage, and I get the money for 30 years. Isn't that better than throwing it away? You might want to learn something today. Did you know in 14 states right now, you get a brand new house for under $100,000? You know the down payment's $5,000. Let's buy 3 using corporate credit. You can actually have Section 8s or have a management company running for you. See, what an investor really is they invest in somebody else runs their business. But again, you have to learn to get residual income. I want you to get 5, 10, 15, 20, 50,000 a month. Hey, when I was 17, I wanted to, my bills were $1,000. I needed $1,000 a month. Then I got 2,000, 3,000. I haven't had a paycheck for 30 years. I don't have a personal bank account. Why would I have that? I don't need one. The goal is how to play the game. Now let's write down credit, loan, and money. Can you write it down? If I take 100,000 off credit, put in the damn bank account, reference 3 times 5, they're going to give you up to $1.5 million of a line of credit. Your corporation has a division for franchise and an apartment complex. You build a line of defense. What this does for you is you create financial freedom. And that's what it does for people, financial freedom. Don't take it wrong, but your biggest problem is you. You did not build residual income. And the reality is you're going to retire and go live with your kids and be broke, most of you. And that sucks. The reality is if I build credit, usually what I do is I add history from me to you, corporate divisions, and I can get cards off my cards for you with separate billing. So I can get you that 100,000 to $1 million of credit. I want you to look in the mirror today, 5 minutes, and stare at yourself and think of Warren Buffett. The man owns 100 plus companies, his favorite 10. Ketchup, Geico, Coca-Cola, American Express, Duracell, Dairy Queen, See's Candy, Bridge Jewelry, and Fruit of the Loom. This man is doing what I want you to do, and I want to teach you how to do it. There's no difference than Mr. Buffett than you, that he did it and you did not. You need to learn how to play. Now, I got things that I do, and I like boring businesses. When I wrote the book on laundromats and dry cleaners years ago, it was fun. All right, because one thing, I had my 22,000 pay funds. I didn't collect the money. Third-party company did it for me. Laundromats, dry cleaning. All right, the donut store I started, the largest one in the world. All these things, and my printing companies, my satellite stores, and all the properties and fun stuff. I like money. All right, because it paid the bills, and I didn't have to live in hell anymore and be used and abused. Kind of sucks. There's 26 types that I've been playing with you might want to get used to. What happens is if I get you, let's say $100,000 line of credit or something, if you put 40,000 in an escrow, you're trying to get a business that has residual income managed by a third party. Your goal is $3,000 to $10,000 per month. The first thing is I want you to replace your income. So what I put in my book years ago, all right, page 6, paragraph 3, 45 years ago, is cash flow, free up your time. So this is where you free up your income. You create has coming in again. If we took 100,000, based on that type of business, is up to about 45,000 a month. 250,000, 75,000 a month. See, your problem is you didn't think about being an investor. I don't have any money. I'm going to build a damn corporate credit so it has money. You don't have to worry about you. Again, I want you to focus about being the investor. I would like you to think about not running the business, but I want you to own the business. I want you to be the boss. Is that okay? When you go to expos for franchises and everything else, it's like a deer in the headlights. Which one do I pick? Ugh. I want to pick existing business. All right, client 125, escrow closes 63,000 a month. Client 47,000 down. They carry back $100,000 note, 30,000 a month. Client, all right, from Wendy's restaurant, 450 down. We got it to basically 200. They carried a note for 300,000. From there, 2 gas stations. Very simple. You're not going to run it. You're going to own it. Get your mind around this. This is your problem as you. Next, we got an apartment complex. I like the new one. No. This one wants $3 million. It's existing. It's built in 1968. Very simple. That's 10% down. Now your new loan is $23,000 a month. With the rents coming in, you now have a profit of $13,000 a month to the corporation, but it's not going to be profit. Here's our problem. A tenant can slip, fall, and sue you. Screw you. Everything you just did. Everything you just did, you worked your tail off, is gone because you did it your way. Your way sucks. Sorry. You're not done. Equity sitting is stupid. That's just me. Okay? Money needs to be leveraged to more money. Me. Split deed each unit. What does this do for you? They can't sue the banker, but the banker can sue them. In other words, now you create an assignment of mortgage. You just created $76,000 a month income, and you're not liable for diddly squat. Third-party management company. Real estate franchise storage units have to be managed by third party. Now I've got basically a 3 months, 6 months, and a 12-month program. My 12-month is sold out. It's been sold out for a week. All right, so what happens is, all right, I have 3, all right, that are pending, and we just found out they didn't pay their payment the other day. So those 3 are going to be nabbed up right away. I got 19 on the list. Here's your problem. You do not have a daily checklist. I've been on the phone with 4 people so far this morning. I got 2 more this afternoon. This means I'm giving them a checklist and I'm telling them what to do. I don't want them to think. All right, the more they think, the more they screw it up. I tell people what to do to make a checklist. All right, goal list, weekly, daily, and project list. We got to get them literally up to a couple 100,000 to do what we want them to do. Coaching is simple. You're stuck with me. Like every live workshop I've ever done, I don't let anybody do it for me. I do it myself because I have total recall. From there, 10,000 to 50,000 a month should be your goal. From there, as we look at this, let's understand. All classes with me live, weekly calls are a must for the checklist. And then what do we look at? Rapid rescore to push your score up, and away. Now, there are 5 things you have to master. 5. If you're going to be a certified CFO, a real one, projections, business plan, limits asking for, phone calls of creditors, daisy chaining into the millions of dollars of credit, and increasing limits all the time. As Denise showed us, and on this, she increased her limits because she did what I told her to do. If not, I do it for her, which I've done many times. So here's 3, 6, and 12. And again, we have 2 that a couple fell out for the 12 because they didn't make their commitment and their payment. So then they get pushed aside, the 19 people, whoever goes first. So whoever jumps on the 12 months right away, guess what? You're getting 12 months of me. If you want 90 days, 3 months, it's going to cost you $8,000. Okay, 8,000 paid in full. I'm going to build you 100,000 cash credit. 100,000 credit by itself is 10 grand. So here you're getting it as a bonus if you pay in full. If you put 1,000 down and reserve your space, all right, you're locked in. Simple. If you did the 6 months, it is 15,000. And if I do it and I build it up for you, I'm building you 250,000 of credit, which normally would have cost you $25,000. But you get it as a bonus if you pay 15,000 paid in full. From here, if you put 1,000 down, you lock into your payments during the 6 months. That way it's affordable for anybody. If you put the 1,000 down, literally in 12 months, in that 12 months program, there's the goal. They didn't make their balance in their payments they promised to. But again, you pay in full, I build you $500,000 of credit. They're simple. Put a reserve spot now. If not, then you blew it. The way to send money to us is Zelle, Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@raisecredit.com, and RW when you send it. So Zelle now if you want the 12-month program. If you don't, oh, can I tell you? There won't be another one. I did my last and final boot camp in June. All right, this is my last and final year to lock in coaching before my radio and TV show begin. You can also do bank transfer, deposit, or wire. You can also call the office if you need to talk to a specialist or the floor manager. His name is Santos. 800-254-9506. If you use a card, understand we're going to charge you 5%. That's what the banks charge us. Now, let's understand. I would like you to take time today to stare at yourself in the mirror. Literally, I'm serious. I had nobody to help me on anything. I didn't get a family, didn't get a mommy, I don't want a cousin, uncle, grandma. I don't know what any of that crap is. I call it crap because I didn't get it, so I don't know, okay? The reality is if you look in the mirror and you focus on you, as that's what I've done since I was 2.5 years old. Every day I get up at 2:25. If I got up at 2:30, the abuser would get me. So I had to get out of that situation every morning since I was 2.5. Now, I want to ask you a question. What did you do yesterday to get past go and get on track to do something differently? Every Monday at 6:12 Pacific Standard Time, there is a list for repo, boat, car, house, apartment, duplex. There's a probate list, there's a divorce list, there's a bankruptcy list, or maybe you just want to sell supply and vendor credit. Your corporation needs $1 million of cash credit, checkbook money, supply and vendor money. If you're in a coaching program with me, by the time you turn around, you got about a $10 million company. But still, the biggest problem I still have is you. Don't think, just do. I like making people money-making machines. All right, if you want to sell supply and vendor credit up to $1 million, all right, that's OPM money. That's done in Bradstreet, selling Amazon and eBay. All right, again, do not get goodies like this until you get $5 million mark. Okay, there's the goal. The gifts and the houses in the harbor as well. And again, all the goodies, I like to put my name on it for a reason. It was my trophy. I can feel, I accomplished the goal. But then I can write it off too. The RayReynoldsUniversity.com. Even the Duffys, even the Lamborghinis in the buildings too. Wow. So let's understand. I have no excuses, neither do you. All right, most people feel sorry for themselves. You get 3 minutes, I get 3 seconds. Now, every time I hear an idiot say white men can't jump, that's funny. I hold the record for the highest and fastest kick since 1981. Very simple. White men do jump, just stupid people say we don't. Kicked at the lights that night. From there, wherever you come from, you can accomplish your goal. There are no excuses. In the research in my life, I found out that Richard Bishop's my grandfather. He won the Olympics in '32 for gymnastics. Maybe that's why I could kick the door jam at 10 and the basketball hoop too. But the reality is one of my first cars was a Quintas Lamborghini. What was yours? But I brought in my first million at 14 and a half. Why didn't you? Or realize one thing, I don't hear no. You accept people when they say no. I look around and find a better way. They said no because they don't know how. In my system, you have 1,000 steps to manage to get to millionaire. You will fall down 1,000 times. You will get up 10. Draw the diagram in front of you. See, here's your problem. You see things around you. You don't dissect them. The Bank of America is bankrupt 5,000 locations. They use a corp owning a corp, and they basically use a branch number. They bankrupt and get a tax credit. Until you're at 5 million, you use division base. So your corp has a bunch of divisions with basically protecting your ass. It's Sam's Club, Geico, and Cities. Your goal is to stop bringing the pain home. Become a certified CFO and change your program and your brain into millionaire status. Now, when I started my first blueprint, I was a little boy at the library at 9 and a half. I call my blueprint, see it, believe it, go get it. Simple. So I'd like you to write down 5 things today, if you would, please. I believe you're treading water and playing it safe. I believe you have no checklist. You don't know what the hell you're doing anyway. You're guessing, all right? You're having people rip you off, your friends and family. All right, so 750 score, not care credit, first premier. Corporation with 30 divisions. From there, cash credit to $1 million, checkbook money, supply and vendor money. That's what I believe you need. It's a must-have. Draw again. There's your corporation. All right, managing entities, divisions. You stop bringing the pain home. You put your ducks in a row, and you let me repackage you into the corporate umbrella. That's the goal. So let's understand. I've incorporated 2 presidents of the United States of America so far. All right, and I like helping rich and famous people. Most of my clients are that too. So do we do. You have some problems. You decided to start a business. Oh, goody for you. You tell your spouse, I want to start a business, honey. And what happens? You jack up the cards, you drop the score, you get stuck, you back yourself in the family in a corner, and you can't ride up dilly squat and you hawk your house. I call that stupid. And you're not stupid. All right? Never bring the pain home. We're going to teach you to play my way. Write down basically 30 to 90 days. Look at what you're going to do on 90 days right now. Let's go. You're going to fall down 1,000 times. You're going to win 10. That's how it works. When I wrote Winning the Game of Business 45 years ago, I was doing what I was doing for me. I wanted to write books and just get them out there and say, this is what I'm doing. I'm making millions and billions of dollars and having fun. It was a game to me. That's why I wrote Winning the Game of Business. Page 6 said cash flow free up your time. That's what I did. Cash flow free up my time. That's where residual income came in. I had my 22,000 payphones, my properties, all the pieces that I'm doing. It was fun. I thought everybody would do it my way. My wife reminds me all the time, nobody's like you, honey. Here I am, 2009, worth millions and billions of dollars. We check out one of my 3 yachts in the backyard. The next day I get to die in a coma. There I'm dead. Now I look like I'm dead. Okay, my wife tells everybody at the office at One Technology Drive, Irvine Spectrum, 22,000 office, square foot building. All right, he's in a coma, he's going to probably die. Well, Ron goes to my office and starts stealing my books and CDs with the U-Haul truck. Tom sells my websites and my phone numbers, my IT manager. Don't ever call the phone number on the CD, it's a porn site. All right, so understand, you better protect your assets. If you want a copy of the 12 books and CDs called The Millionaire's Founders Kit I sold at the Bonaventure for 32 years for $5,000 a set, it's yours for free. All you have to do is Zelle over $99 for shipping and handling. There you go. There's your Zelle. There's my name, RW when you're writing your Zelle. Simple to do. From here, when you start a business and run a business, understand, the people around you, all right, I know you don't trust them all. You've had a couple rip you off anyway, friend and family, and they're going to knock you off the cliff. Are they going to catch you? You're going to die. As long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you might as well be dead. Remember, I get up every day at 2:25. What time did you get up today? I bet you drag your butt out of bed. No. Your routine sucks. Sorry. I think it sucks. Your new checklist should say get up an hour earlier than you do. Go through a routine for some private time, me time. Your focus is you. You have to focus on you. I got up at 2:25 this morning like I do every day. Drop to my knees, say thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I go look in the mirror. I put myself in check. I had no family, nobody. Moved 24 times. I'm 11 and a half years old. All these shitty people to live with, use and abuse. It's all shit. It's like hell living and freaking hell. Nobody can relate to it. It's when you lead up a trash can to eat. It sucks. So I want you to understand, you have a good idea. You go ask your friends and family to encourage you. Instead, they interrupt you and tell you how you're going to do your idea. They're going to tell you how to do it better than you're going to do. They have no idea in their whole life, and they're going to tell you how to do your shit. I mean, how stupid can that be? It happens every day. You allowed people to cloud your direction. I don't think that's acceptable. 2009, didn't matter if it was worth millions and billions. Took out one of my yachts. All right, fireworks with a group of people because the wife wanted to. Here I'm dead. I get to hear what's in the room. Tax attorney tricks my wife to sign a POA and steal all my stuff. Nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. I'm going to die. They want us to rip out my heart. Jesus said, stay in peace or go back. I said, go back. So move 24 times. Anywhere from basically Watts, Torrance, Hawthorne, Long Beach, all these great areas, all these shitty people in school, bullies. You had to learn to kick it or run. I'd rather die than run. I've been shot twice, 6 times. I fight for everything I want, and I go get it. Your problem is understanding. Now, I was asked, my wife said, reach out to your family, honey. Maybe now they want to know you're there. Maybe you exist. Maybe they'll help you. Sounds good. There's great grandma, Nancy Randall Farms, with all that money. Oh, there's Florence Bishop Jones and knitting. I reached out to mommy and daddy, who threw me in the trash can, which kind of sucks. No, what are you doing? What is this? Why does it always screw up when you're in the middle of something? Ah! Kind of sucks, but that's how it works. See, no matter what we do, there's always something screwing with you. Patience. For me, I don't want someone to steal my peace. I want to make sure I try to do the best I can. So I reached out to the family, and that's what my wife wanted me to do. I reached out to them. I got a knock on the door. I wanted to meet mommy and daddy. Maybe they want to say, hey, I got a restraining order and a gag order. Talk about shitty people, huh? Oh, well. So I'm truly God's example. That's what I believe, because he wants me to keep helping people. I got a book coming out this year called Jesus is Not a Drive-Through. All right, see, being a Christian is a way of life, not a moment in time. It's a pain in the butt to be the best Christian. I'm a sinner. Hey, I'm a licensed pastor in California, but I'm a husband, I'm a father, and I'll kill anybody who touches my kids. That's just me. Even though I'm a pastor, thank you, Jesus. I got to ask all day to forgive me, please, Father. I got a book called Bite Your Tongue, Love Longer. I wrote it for men to shut up because women don't want to. They don't want to hear all that crap. Women are tape recorders. So men, if you want to say something that you can't take back, go outside and tell the moon, because that doesn't count. Now I had to add a chapter to this for my daughter and my wife. Or literally had a chapter because they got to bite their tongue, love longer too sometimes. How about they're fighting the monster within? How about bullshit didn't pay your bills? I got 39 books ready to go. Fighting the pain. Now, I believe you're stuck. I like to get you past go. Is that okay? I can show you Lamborghinis. I can show you Duffys and mansions and what men do, John. Stupid people say we don't. More Lamborghinis, race boats in the backyard, helicopters, U-Docks, yachts, and Ferraris. Would you like to see some more goodies too? My point is, why the hell didn't you get this stuff? What's wrong with you? You're living in the United States of America Incorporated. I mean, I don't understand this. Raise rules. Blueprint. See it, believe it, go get it. Got it so far? Now, credit repair is a fraud. I can't believe people that are smart or stupid to give $100 a month to some stupid credit repair company thinking they have a freaking magic wand. Whee! My magic wand's broken. Credit repair is a fraud. Okay? It's very simple. If you're guilty and have shitty credit, you're guilty. It's simple. Federal Trade Commission says it's a fraud. All right? The Credit Services Organization Act says it's a fraud. They can't collect money up front. But they keep going blah, blah, blah. What you can do for you is download Section 611 and do what you need to do for you. Next, you have to understand you can't be a crook. If you have an open collection account, there's 5 ways to kill a debt. So you got to man up, woman up, and be responsible, not be a crook. From there, TRW stood for Thomas Raymond Warridge. The report's wrong, and I basically trained their security chief, and then it became Experian too. And I drew that diagram, the original one. Is good, fair, or hell no? Remember, there's 2 cards on planet Earth that never flex your credit. That's the card you go past 29%. You'll maintain a 750 score from now on if you do what I tell you to do. All right, negotiate an open collection account. All cards at 25, 29% rule, and a rapid refresh. I mean, come on. I invented rapid refresh and rapid scoring 39 years ago as I was training Ken Yarber and working with Harold Stokes. Here's all these people in escrow because they listen to stupid people, brokers, agents, and their friends about loan to value 40, 50%. That's crap. Everybody's got to pay down a debt in escrow, and they didn't know that. They set them up. So then I had to create a rapid refresh to rescore them during an escrow, not to be jacked up on the interest rate. I invented this stuff. I've been around a long time. From there, the rapid rescore gets you the 750 score. And what do you get to do? Learn the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. The reality is simple. 25 steps today. Intuit, Credit Karma. And Credit Karma got indicted 3 times. They lied. Intuit bought them December 3rd, 2020. No phone number to help you. What I'd like to do today is analyze your credit file. I'd like to do tomorrow, have you spend the whole day with me, and I want to call your case number. That way I can call your case number and tell you what you need to do on your end. Everything is live with me. You're stuck with me. You're building a relationship with me personally. All right, and I will call your case number at 1:30 Pacific Standard Time. Here's the form you never paid attention, you or mommy. It's an SS5. That says name to be shown on card, full name of birth other than above. So you got somehow an SS5 for SSN and 1040. Your Social Security card in your personal wallet's not even yours. It'll say do not carry with you, do not laminate, all right, and don't use for ID purposes. And you do it anyway. It belongs to Property Assessment Administration, not you. All right, remember the SSN is 1040 tax return. That's all it was for. As we do this, you got a job a long time ago, and you thought that company ripped you off. They had to point out the IRS gets your cut, you get the leftover. Your problem is you. You did not dissect, you did not look behind the curtain, and you allowed the world to kick your assets. You didn't give yourself a fighting chance. They had to point out to you, literally, that the IRS gets your cut, you get the leftover, live on that. See, that's what makes us ducks and sheep, and that sucks. Your problem is you didn't look up the 1244 in IRS Gov. Then you say, well, no one told me. Who the hell told me? Your problem is you didn't get off your assets. All right, falling ducks and sheep's not good. All right, and I want to get you past go. That's why you need me to coach you every step of the way, because I got to tell you what to do. Simple. All right, there's that SS5. Let's compare it to SS4. You ready? Line 1 says legal name of entity. Banks, grocery stores, and cities file bankruptcy every day. Separate tax IDs, individual person. It's right there on the form. You could have a division of you. It even says banking and credit purposes, one per entity. So your corporation, if you allow me to coach you and hold your hand every step of the way, is going to do 4 things called raise rules. You're going to buffer all tax and pay tax on leftover. All right, lines of credit, no leftovers there. Corporate credit, you're going to write it all off. Tax ID, and you're going to get cards at fleet price and stay at the hotel, get the free buffet. That's all you get to do. The divisions are the line of defense, they're cheap, multiple functions, buy at wholesale price, multiple credit reports, and separate liability for real estate. That's called your line of defense. I want to build you a corporation up to $1 million, and I'm going to guarantee what I say I can do as long as you understand you agree to the rules. Don't jack it up, go to class, don't fall in your what, and don't apply during the program. If you do, I charge you a fee or I close your case. Don't screw up. From there, all collection accounts, you can find 5 reasons or 5 ways to get rid of and kill the debt. If you have an IRS problem, they have a form too. It's very simple. Step 3, from there, the 750 is waiting for you. All we have to do today is analyze you. Add a wrap or rescore. From there, I can show you how your score goes up and away. Isn't that fun? And create green lights in 3 days. Coaching, increasing limits. Coaching and making the list and working with people is the only way they can get where they need to go. And you need to get it from the horse's mouth versus the horse's you know what, because you get it from me. All right, Denise sent this over this morning. Okay, she'll be busy tomorrow in church, the women's conference, okay? All right, as she knows, God bless her too. Well, what did we do? All right, I help her increase scores, maintain 750 and more, and updates. All right, and there's only 6 left in the coaching program. All right, so if I get to analyze you, and I get to go, you get to go to class and get the 750 score, what are we going to look at? The goal is I'm going to charge you $999. I'm going to hand you a $1,000 card back to you. I want you to reimburse yourself. From there, if you did it during this broadcast only, it's $499, half price. Card becomes $500. I want you to get serious for once in your life to get to 750 score, and I want to hold your hand every step of the way. All right, from there, if you don't understand corporations and divisions, remember, if you want checkbook money, the bank requires 2 years. This year to January will be 2 years. Your time's running out. Your goal is let's get profit and nonprofit. Let's get nonprofit because we get cards on no liability. We get Google to sponsor up to 10,000. Nonprofits are actually making as much as 4 times a McDonald's. So if we start with a starter package, we rebuild the credit rapid score. Articles also as tax ID are free if you don't have them. Set up level 1, you're stuck with me at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Wednesday or tomorrow, live. $9.99 give you 5,000 credit back. $24.99, 25,000 of credit back. That's 5 times your investment. Analyze that history and start popping credit right away, getting to that 750 score. And if you want what I just offered you, you got to call the office right away. You got to Zell. 800-254-9506. From there, you have another problem. Hey, I got a lot of problems. You don't even know you have them, but you did it to yourself. How many times have you complained about all those robocalls and junk mail? Well, you did it to you because you're a voter. They sell the voting list 412 times a year. You have a cable bill, you have a corporation. If you would call 888-567-8688, opt out for 5 years or a lifetime, you'd off the list. You can slow it down and the phone number's in front of you. See, your goal is sue. Number 5, you have to plan the problem. Here's the problem. When I was a little boy and I came home selling seeds, clackers, and mowing yards on that weekend, that Sunday evening, I'm counting my $56. I'm 8.5 years old. The lady of the house came back and grabbed my money. She said, "You're now paying rent since you're making money." What the? I'm 8.5 years old. This is shitty people. Now let's understand something with you. All right, what did I do? You would have accepted that. You would have just said, no. I went to the library the next day. I wanted to find out how to take care of money. I found out surety bonds. I found out basically treasury bonds. I found savings bonds. Did you know your double E bonds double every 10 years? That's good for your kids going to college. How about I bond? So I learned to protect my ass. Every time there's a friggin' problem, I'll figure it out. Your problem is you sit there, you accept the crap. You had a friend and family member rip you off. You allowed that. Shame on you. The next thing is you paid thousands on crap that didn't work. Your goal is to understand if I'm going to repackage you, you're going to do it my way. Safety credit, sticky, limit, 25%, 29%. You're going to build a line of defense, period, and you're not going to screw up anymore. You're not allowed to. When I drew this, all the dashboards now say what I said when I trained TRW in Ken Yarborough. 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. You got that? You better understand I'm going to repackage your life my way, because I think your way sucks, to be honest with you. So if we look at this correctly, you're never going to jack these up again because you're not allowed to, because I said so. And what you're going to understand is these two suckers, you can build up to $1 million as long as you maintain the payment. Your score never drops. There's only 2 cards that never hurt your score ever as long as you maintain that damn payment. It's that simple. Unlimited, up to $1 million, and you have a paid overtime limit too. You need to maintain that 750. This up and down stuff's got to stop. It's ridiculous. People lose their job, have an emergency. You know what they do? They run out of time, all right, and basically they jack up their cards in 42 days and tell the world to be feeling sorry for themselves. That kind of sucks. So if we look at reality today, if you needed $5,000 now, you're going to ask your friends, your family, the bank, but you said the word need, then the answer is no. This $5,000 card in my hand is $50 a month. The average person wastes $50 every other day. You waste up to $150 a week. They say that's $600 a month. If we take $50,000 off of a corporate credit card, all right, literally, we can write it all off even during a pandemic by 2 pizza restaurants with a drive-through and a third party managing the damn company. Again, using some common sense. There's the goal. White men do jump. Stupid people say we don't. Nixon took the gold standard out. Write down raise rules now. Write down 26%, 25, 29% utilization. Safety credit, 71,000. Next, I want you to write down the only thing you're willing to sacrifice or let get screwed up in your whole life from now on is a division. I will not let my corp and my family get hurt. The division is your duck and your sheep from now on. That's how you have your cake and eat it too. Raise rules. Step number 7, all right, become a certified CFO and never bring the pain home. Your goal is simple. We need to play my way. There I am dead and in coma. All right, kind of sucks. All right, thank you for your help today. All right, how do I put credit in the bank account? I'll answer that and I'll show you. So you're welcome, Robert. The goal is to coach people. You know, my clients have to get used to me because I tell them what to do. I don't want them to think, okay? I want to clone me into them. Very simple as we play this game. There I am in that coma. Google the address. Large as UDOC in Huntington Harbor. Find out I'm telling you the truth. From there, it's very simple. I've been in 2 comas in my life. One, I was crippled at 5.5. All right, the bottom line is, guess what? Jesus said, get up, I got up. Freaked them all out. Last coma, I got to die and come back and help you. The devil's trying to hold us back and knock us down. That's just true. God's delays aren't God's denials. So I'd like to repackage you like Humpty Dumpty, my way. I want you to focus that corporation's a legal person, but may sue or be sued. I want you to realize the lack of knowledge is why people do stupid things as we repackage. I mean, come on. This is ridiculous. All right, I understand homeless because I was one of them. This is homeless? No. This is a man who lost his job and has 2 kids to feed. Get your butt to the church for the food. Go drive an Uber, drive a Lyft. Have a damn garage sale. Knock out this crap. This is pathetic. Don't give me that crap. I came out of a coma being a billionaire. I got nothing left besides my family and my kids being homeless. I sold my wedding ring, my Rolex, my necklace, my bracelet. I had 12 garage sales in Huntington Beach. I got cited 3 times. I built $1 million of friggin' credit in 6 friggin' weeks. This crap's got to stop. This is ridiculous. Okay? All the boo-hoo, it's ridiculous. People need to understand to rebuild a corporation to build itself. We got no excuses anymore. Division is the only thing you're willing to sacrifice. That's your line of defense. I'm willing to lose a division, never a corp in my family. That's simple. When I take a tax ID, I'm allowed in my system to build a credit report of Spear and Chandra and Equifax. And what am I going to do? Build the reports, get cash credit, you can write it all off. Line you up for checkbook money. And that's the goal, checkbook money. When I wrote the Buckets of Money book, and you can get a copy of that as well, every division is a bucket of money. 9 is $1 million. From there, 5 million is 41 divisions. Numbers don't lie, only people do. So understand something today. Look at your corp, find it. If you have one on Secretary of State's website, put your ducks in a row, because right now when they sue that corp, they sue you. You have not allowed me to put your line of defense together, and I need to do that so you don't hurt the corp and your family. I invented daisy chaining. 1 card, 99 more, Fair Lending Act. All right, lines of credit as well, 2.5 million. Going to teach you how to play that game too. Each division is set up with tax ID 2000 of history. It's a corporate umbrella. There's the goal. Each division, I will charge you $4.99, 3 for $14.97. And then you can have one of these, build $1 million each. But then there's your Zelle. Simple to do. Call the office for help, 800-254-9506. I like goodies, people. I didn't like being used and abused as a kid. It pissed me off. That I knew one thing. I couldn't feel sorry for myself. I had to read everything I could. I had to focus to be the smartest person in the room. And that was just my goal. And that's what I did for me. You need to learn how to do that for you. Residual income. I rode on the Love Ride twice with Neil Diamond. Harley rides, nonprofit. Remember, don't get these goodies until you have $5 million. Our goal is to get you credit and cards up to $1 million and $5 million of checkbook money. I'm going to rebuild you here, like I did Denise. She told us today in this course. She always updates me all the time. My clients email me or text me all the time and on email. All right, we're always communicating what's going on with them. Then I build here, the Green Card Unlimited times 9, the B of A times 9, the Wells Fargo times 9, AIM times 9, Gold times 9. What are we trying to do? We're building up to $5 million to multiply credit. You can only get so much, so can a corp, but a division can too. If we do this correctly, my way, and then you look at the bank, they'll give you up to 150, unsecured. All right, no tax return, as long as you have a 2-year corp or 2-year division. That's why the 2 years is so important right now. That's called checkbook money to 5.4 million. Goal is to play my way and play the game because it works. I have specialty classes every Saturday, tomorrow morning at 8:30. Tomorrow at 8:30, we're going to have fun. And that's the ultimate goal. They're in rotation. Here's what you got to focus on. If I build you credit, it's a write-off, all right? And you write off interest rate in the credit cards and the lines of credit. Borrow money is not taxable. So you could write a check from those lines of credit, put it right into a bank. There's a way. But here's your goal. If you do not start building residual income, you're never going to get where you want to go. There's your problem. Every client, famous rapper, crapper, whatever you want to call it, they invest in a business, third-party management. You need to buy your lifetime income. That's how you have your cake and eat it too. Raise rules, become a certified CFO, never bringing the pain home. Give you a check for $1 million, what would you do? Here's your problem. If I hand you $1 million right now, everyone will buy a house with it and stop the crap. $1 million is in crap. I did that at 14 and a half. My petty cash account knows that's 5 million. This isn't petty cash. I mean, this is bullshit. Okay, you put in the bank, you keep 375. That's called stupid. You're not stupid. You put it in the corporation as a division of you. You reference 3 times 5. You turn it to $15 million line of credit. You pay all the bills first, then you pay tax on the leftover. No leftover, no tax. I mean, you got to realize this is going on in front of you. The United States of America, Incorporated, 50 corps, states, cities. They created Chapter 9 bankruptcy. They have bankrupt 11 cities so far. 11 cities. So your goal is very simple. You could do the same thing with no intent to do fraud. Our ultimate goal, step number 9. Look at bankruptcy today. You allowed yourself to be one in a duck. You can understand SSN, SS4 more today. We're going to master that too. Add you up to my credit system. I can build you up to $1 million of credit. You go to class, you don't fall on your what, and you follow through. Beat your doubt, run your race, get out of my way where I rebuild you. We're going to do it my way. Getting Pasco, God's gift, the mansions in the harbor, the race boats and the yachts. I have my name on it too. I want you to have your driver's license in the future changed to a P.O. box, a mailing address. I want privacy, and that's what you need to do for you. Next, we have to look at your car you drive today, because you let them sweat you for 5 hours to buy the damn car. You treated it like a duck and a sheep, and you put up with it. You lost out to 20,000 plus and 9 inquiries. That's not how you buy a car. You buy a car my way. Fleet price tax ID division. That's how you buy a car. All right, house, you put your name on the house, you put 2 people on the loan. I call that stupid. Why? Because when you lose the house or the car, they report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. And now you got double shitty credit. Your next house will be bought through a trust. Do you understand my words? Your next house will be bought through a trust. It will not be bought through you transferred to a trust, because that way it puts you on title. Having shitty credit sucks. Having a 1099-C from the IRS sucks too. You didn't plan the problem. There's your problem. You didn't plan your checklist. Every registered owner of a car should be a division. You get to play my way. Every property should be a division, because you know who's going to fall and sue you and screw you up. House payments offsetting the taxes. From there, Amazon didn't pay tax on the first 10 billion to trillion. Why would they pay tax? There's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. He bought Twitter in front of the whole world in 24 hours using banks' lines of credit. All right. And what did he do? He screwed up in a week. He's twiddly-dee, twiddly-dumb. Okay. X marks the spot. But he's got a spaceship. Oh, goody. So the other 2 guys. But the reality is you can join the club. You can win the battle. Step 15. Run your life through a corporation or conjunction. That's the goal. Pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. Simple. You get a paycheck. You get the leftover. You take that leftover and you're paying the car payment, gas registration, insurance. I'd be yelling no if I was you. I've never had a car in my name. Why would I do that? It's called stupid. I get to write it all off. Why aren't you? Step 17. All right, next, get an SS4 from the IRS.gov. It says banking and credit purposes right on the form. Check it out. I can tell you the truth. You never had to be a duck or a sheep. You decided to do that. Here's Mama. 1971, Nixon took the gold standard out. Every woman filled out the SS5 for the baby, or she couldn't leave the hospital with her own baby. So everything in me is rules and tools. That's the goal. Rules and tools. You buy a house, escrow, close, homestead, trust. You have a house not in a trust, they sue you, they take it away. You die, it's stuck in a probate, your family got diddly squat. You fix up a property, hire the contractor, hire a subcontractor from Home Depot, good workers. When they slip and fall and cut corners and sue you and screw you up, all right, they bring the pain to you. My way, they get diddly squat. Once you look up an irrevocable trust too, and that's step 19 today, 6 more to go. If you're a crook, you don't file a tax return, just go to prison like Wesley Snipes did. He listened to his stupid attorneys and CPAs in Beverly Hills, California, #1 action star one time. Now he lost his career. He barely gets to do any parts. I mean, this is ridiculous. $5 million fine? All right, and all he had to do is learn to play the game. There's no way to play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. Step 20. If you want to buy at wholesale price, it's simple. All right, you're an OPM up to 70%. You don't pay a bill up to 90 days. So a division process is for too. You take anything from escrow, you leverage it to 15 million. Borrow money's not taxed, so you set up your line of defense. By the way, that's step 21 called blackjack. Looks like you get to win. You see, we all work our tails off. I was proud of myself in 2009. My building was 22,000 square feet building, Irvine Spectrum, 3 in other states. But I got to die and go in a coma and come back broke. Stole my life. That kind of sucks. All right, what am I going to do? Go home boohoo like most of you? No. I took out my blueprint, see it, believe it, go get it. I took out my 5 closet divisions, which you need too, and then I built $1 million of credit in 6 weeks. I don't stay down like you. Why do you? Why would you stay down? Why do you accept the word no? 1,000 steps to millionaire. Look at Warren Buffett. He does what I tell you to do. He's done it, and guess what? So can you. But again, I pick boring businesses, all right, because I want something ran by third party. I got to get the line of credit, all right, and I got to get the checkbook money. I got to get all the pieces in line. If I do it 40,000 down, the average is 3 to 10. 100,000 is anywhere from up to 45, and then from there 50 to 75 250,000. Your goal is getting checkbook money. Bottom line is getting residual income. Your biggest problem, you didn't do that, and you should do that. That's the biggest problem you have. You did not create a residual income base that can replace your income at any given time. You allowed yourself to be one, and that sucks. All classes are live with me, weekly calls, rapid rescore, and you're stuck with me. Keep in mind, you have to master these 5 things to be a certified CFO. You want to go in coaching for 90 days, it's 1,000 down. You take the balances and the payments for 90 days. From there, if you paid in full $8,000, I'm giving you 100,000 of credit, which would have cost you 10 anyway. From there, you want 6 months, 1,000 down, make the payments during the 6 months. Or if you pay in full 15,000, I build you half 250,000 of credit. Again, from there, if you did the 1,000 down, because we have 2 that didn't make their payments, made 2 openings today, all right, 1,000 down, payments in 12 months. Or you basically you pay $35,000 or 25,000. The 25,000, I'm building you $500,000 of credit. Showing me cost you 50,000. Now I'm going to coach you every step of the way. See, your problem is you don't have your daily list, your goal list, your weekly list, and your project list. These are things you have to live by. If you have a list, you're going to work on it every day. You go shopping, you have your list in your hand when you go to the grocery store, right? Where's your list of life? I don't believe you have one. All right, I don't believe you know how to get started. It's a Zell if you want to get in my coaching program. Hopefully I'll have it sold out by today. From there, being a corporation, it's a legal person may sue or be sued. The only thing you're willing to sacrifice is what? A division, not the corp and the family. 9 is $1 million, usually. 41 is up to 5 million. Each division's $499 each. 3 for $14.97. It's a Zell now. You can call the office at 800-254-9506. What are you willing to lose? I mean, at the end of the day, just cut to the chase. What are you willing to lose? I didn't get a family. I didn't get nothing as a kid. I had to create everything I did. And that's just what I had to do. God, me, that was it. So I'm not willing to lose my wife, my 6 kids, and my 10 grandkids. I finally got a family. Corporation. It's a legal person, but they sue you. Division process, I invented 85, 86. Everybody gets checkmate, step 23. There's the game. Reaching the dream, think to be the impossible, raise rules. $1 million corporations, divisions, and training people to be a certified CFO. Very simple. Never have joint credits, just in the way. You buy a house, escrow, close homestead, trust. Corporations are free. I don't know why people spend thousands to some idiot attorney, CPA, and corporate service. It's ridiculous. They're ripping you off. That's why they're idiots. They're stealing your money. They're free. You pay a filing fee. Divisions for real estate, franchise, current business, not in defense. Raise rules are simple. I like to give bonus credit for anything I do so you can write it all off and have no more excuses. And that's the bottom line. If you want a 750, let me analyze you. That's what I did with basically Denise. Build her up and away, and increasing her scores too. And she's in my coaching program. All right, by the time she does what I tell her to do by next year, she'll be probably about $3 to $10 million corporation. All right, 3 to 10 million. Right, because she needs to follow through and come things. There's 6 left for coaching. Let's analyze. Let's do a rapid rescore. Let's put you in a class Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. All right, learn the rules and tools. $9.99, card back to use $1,000. $4.99, half price during the broadcast, $500 card. Remember the 2 years for getting checkbook money. From there, you write a check right into your own account. Simple to do. Profit and non-profit. Starter package, rapid rescore, rebuild the credit. Articles also tax ID free if you don't have them. Set them level 1, Wednesday and tomorrow, 10 a.m. $9.99, 25,000 of credit back to you if you do the $24.99. So you pick 5 or 25,000. What's in your budget today? Analyze that history, start popping credit right away. There's the goal. And the only thing you need to do right now is Zell, or call the office at 800-254-9506. See, you refer people, great, I'll build more credit. You want me to Zell you 10%, I'll do that too. As long as they say your name when they sign up. If not, they blew it for you. So I always give you my email address too. See, that corporation right in front of you should have divisions so it's 5 million. From there, like the banks, they bankrupt their locations, branch numbers, Geico, Citi, Sam's Club. Your goal is to basically stop bringing the pain home, become a certified CFO, and understand how to reprogram your brain to millionaire status. Look beyond that curtain. Do you ever bring that pain home again? Stay safe, stay strong, do your best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. At the end of the day, you have the ability to repackage your life if you choose to, but you're going to have to learn how to play the game. I said, checkbook money, you write a check back into the account. Most credit cards come with checks as well. It's easy to put money back in the account as we play this game. So keep in mind today, all right, your choice, because there's nobody on planet Earth like me. I'm going to repackage your life if you allow me to. 800-254-9506. All right, we do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. And never forget, at the end of the day, God loves us all.